Hello, ladies and gents. Hope everyone's doing okay. Hope everyone's doing amazing. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be talking about the weekend of the Premier League, the previous weekend of the Premier League. We're going to be having a chat about it, who played good, who didn't play good, who played better, who played worse. And watching we have a good time. So let's get straight into the conversations. It's one of them, so just having a little look over what you think Arsenal played like on the weekend, obviously.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I didn't even get to speak to you about the Chelsea-Liverpool game, man.
Yeah, no, and that as well. We can cover that as well if you like, yeah, defo.
So we'll start with that because I think that was the main game of the weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, Liverpool, I'll be real, man. I'm very impressed with them. I think that's one of the few times I've actually watched them play like live, like for most of the game, and I was really impressed. Like everything about Liverpool, man, they're a threat, man. I'll be real, big threat. And Salah, obviously, everyone knows about Salah, but you see, I love the way he's basically transitioned in a way, like into a playmaker more now. Like some of the passes I was seeing in that game, I was
Yeah,
like,
no,
wow.
100% agree. Because I said the exact same thing. I said if Curtis Jones didn't get man of the match, Salah would have.
Yeah, like it could have gone either way, in my opinion.
Like, because honestly, I turned around and I actually said, watching a match with some of my mates, I said, have you clocked on to how Salah's not drove down the wing? Salah kept
Yeah,
cutting back and whipping it in off his left foot.
yeah, that assist even to Curtis Jones, what a pass! Not a lot of
Yeah,
people
like
would have seen
brilliant
that
ball,
pass.
great vision. Like I was like, honestly, brilliant pass, brilliant setup. Curtis Jones, right? I just want to say something about Curtis Jones because I do like Curtis Jones. I promise I do. But that goal, right, is such lad. What the fuck?
I'm so glad you said that. You know what it is? Yeah, I feel the exact same way, man. That was a very jammy
It was a
goal,
great ball, but it was such a scrappy goal.
very
He made
scrappy.
he made such a brilliant ball look so shit.
Yeah. He got lucky with that goal. I'll be honest, because the way he handled it, I wouldn't be
You know what
surprised
it
if
is? You
he
know what it is? I think Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher got it right on the commentary. They turned around and said, I think Sanchez didn't commit to that because he'd give away one pen, nearly give away a second pen, and
Do
he
you know
didn't want to commit again.
That's exactly what that's exactly what I thought to
He
myself.
was scared to dive in again, so he thought, I want to hold off and see if he shoots at me, and then he just buried the 4 bins.
Yeah. Because
Like
I
a
said the
weird
exact
fucked up
same
half
thing.
volley.
Sanchez is awful, man. I don't like he's a shit keeper, man.
I mean, I honestly, hand on heart, shit myself when Cole Palmer shot from the edge of the box. I thought that was going in top bins.
So did I. He
But
was
then,
he was very quiet as well, wasn't he?
yeah, Cole Palmer got shushed in that game. I don't know where he went.
He was mad quiet. But that you see with playing as a 10, like the whole midfield setup can literally block you as a 10. That's why I don't think we see as many 10s playing in today's game. We see someone like playing an advanced A like Odegaard, for example. I think the 10 position is slowly dying out because it's quite easy to nullify now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very easy. And I mean, with the likes of... Because to me, whenever I was looking at where Cole Palmer should have been stood, Gravenberch was stood there. There was not a point in the game where I thought Cole Palmer's going to get the ball right there. Not once. He kept receiving the ball. He kept drifting wide either side. He weren't receiving the ball in the 10 position at all. He kept receiving it quite far out wide and then driving in or driving on an angle or whatever. I didn't actually see him receiving the ball there because Gravenberch was always stood behind him. If he turned onto Gravenberch, and the few times he did, he got the ball took off him.
Yeah, I can't lie. Liverpool, very solid performance, man. Even when you lot conceded, you lot bounced back. Like, if anything, man, it makes me even more scared for next week, man.
What's your opinions on Arsenal's game, Bournemouth? What do you think went wrong?
What do I think went wrong? First of all, I just want to say any Arsenal fan who says that wasn't a red card and that we didn't deserve to lose that game, you're deluded because we 100% deserved to lose and that was 100% a red card. What went wrong, in my opinion, do you know what, man? I would say, like, even before the red card, we were kind of shaky, and I think it's down to complacency. Complacency is one of them because when you look at a team like, look, Chubby, as a Liverpool fan, yeah, when you verse a team like Bournemouth or a team of that caliber, yeah, you do. Let's be honest, you do have confidence, right? When
Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do.
So if you have confidence as a fan, of course, as a player, you're gonna have that confidence. You're gonna be thinking, listen, man, I play for Liverpool, I play for Arsenal, whatever team, yeah, I play for this team, and I'm versing a team that's clearly, worse than us in terms of ability. That we can go away with a point with 3 points. I think Arsenal, and this is not the first time, we get complacent a lot. It's happened so many times.
Yeah,
Like,
most certainly. And I think with that, that's also something that like Slot definitely did. I think losing the points to Forest kind of gives Slot the idea that, okay, so we can't get complacent with any team in the Prem. There's no team in the Premier League where we can go, let's take the brakes, let's put the brakes on a little bit. There's no
Definitely.
team in the Premier League. So
If anything,
with that
we could-
experience,
yeah.
we obviously then went and beat Crystal Palace, which is normally a bogey team for us. Normally we do bad against Crystal Palace. Beat them
Yeah.
quite convincingly, I'd like to say. And we've obviously went on to beat, the United and whatever. So I feel like he put him into second gear. Do you know what I mean? It sent him up a bit, kicked him up the arse a little bit.
I agree. And I think with Slot, I think it was a good thing that happened now. From a Liverpool
Yeah.
perspective, you'd rather it happen early on in the season rather than, you lot get complacent towards March or April times. Do you know what I mean? So at least if it's out of the system now, it's good because it's a learning curve. You're able to learn more. Like with Arsenal, that Leicester game, we were 2-0 up. It's gone down to 2-2 and we won the game 4-2, cool. But we celebrated as if, yeah, we did score a winner, but we shouldn't have been in that position anyway. Cool, we scored 4 goals. It should have been 4-0. Why are we letting them score 2 goals in the first place? Do you know what I mean? And even with the red card, we need to figure out a way, because we need to figure out a way to play better with 10 men. Because I think our, what's the word, man? Our discipline this season, has been awful. Whether or not, like, the red cards were justified or not, don't give the players a reason. You see Trossard, I don't think I've talked about this with you. You see when Trossard kicked that ball away against City and he got a red card, a lot of fans are talking, a lot of Arsenal fans are saying, oh yeah, but this player done it and he never got sent off. All right, cool. But if you as an Arsenal fan are saying the refs are against us, why are the players giving the ref even a chance to do something? So, cool. There might not be consistencies in refereeing. We all know that. Don't give the referees a chance at all. Why kick the ball away, Trafford? It doesn't make sense. If all of these Arsenal players and the manager, the manager, like Arteta always talks about the referees being inconsistent. He's right. But at least teach your players, listen, since we think that they're out for us, don't give them any chances whatsoever. Don't give them an opportunity to send us off. 'Cause otherwise we complain and we end up looking like babies in the end. So I think we need to figure out a way to, number one, improve our discipline, and number two, play better with 10 men. Because the 3 times I've seen us with 10 men this season, we've looked a completely different team in a worse way. Against Brighton, all we did was just defend. Against City, all we did was just defend. Against Nottingham Forest, we didn't just defend, but we looked so bad attackingly. If anything, like it was kind of expected that we would lose that game, because when I was watching the way we played, I don't know if you watched the game, Chubby, we had no threat attacking wise whatsoever.
Yeah, I watched bits and bobs of the game. Like, I can't say I sat there and watched the full 90, but I got told that the stat was you only had 1 shot in the whole match.
Bro, exactly. Because Saliba got sent off in the 30th minute, I think. After that, like, Chubby, if you watch that match here, it was so, like, it was draining as a fan to watch. Because, come on, man, we're Arsenal, man. We're versing a team like Bournemouth. No disrespect to them, but come on, it's Bournemouth, man. Even with 10 men, like, we should be getting a win. But we played as if we're 10 men down, like 10 men against like Prime Real Madrid or something. We had no attacking threat whatsoever. It was so frustrating to watch. So number one, I think Arteta needs to figure.
I didn't actually clock. So did Bournemouth score before Saliba went off?
No. Both goals were after. So Saliba got sent off in the 30th minute.
So what I think happened there then is, so if I'm right, what I think's gone on. So I didn't see all the games. You can tell me I'm wrong if it's the case, but
Go on.
it seems to me that you've got your big defender sent off, and what Arteta's done is, I want 1 point, not none, and he's just told the whole team, sit back.
Yeah, but that in itself is like, do you know what? The way we played, I wouldn't even like. I kind of get why you're saying that, but as a manager, if he did think like that, it's wrong thinking, bro. Because at the end of the day, you've made it clear you're challenging for the league. You need to go to every game, regardless of the situation, expected to come out of there with 3 points. You know what I mean? So,
110%. I absolutely do agree with you. 110%. Do you know what I mean? Like, he should be going forwards in every game, but I think what Arteta's done is he's just thought, well, City have got these on the weekend. Liverpool have got these on the weekend. I think that Liverpool's going to draw with Chelsea on the weekend. So if they get a draw or a loss out of them, that means they're going to get points there. So if we can get 1 point, that's more than none. And he's kind of done it that way. So
I don't know about that. I don't know if he was thinking about Liverpool and like Liverpool's game and everything like that. But
Of course he would be. If you go into the title, every manager is going to think about the other teams and who they've got and who's going to drop points possibly where you can win points over people. That's
No, but
all the manager
as
does.
a whole, while he's managing a game, I doubt he will be thinking about another team because if you have to rely,
Not whilst he's managing the game, but I mean, as in, he would be thinking, right, we can go to Bournemouth here, and Bournemouth, we're probably going to pick points up. So Arteta originally had the idea that he's going to pick points up at Bournemouth. So he's gone, right, we're going to pick points up at Bournemouth. Now, will Liverpool pick points up against Chelsea? I don't know. Will City pick up points against Wolves? Most likely. So we need to pick up at least a point minimum by the end of this game. That's what he said. And then obviously Saliba in the game's been sent off and he's thought, well, we still need a point. Defend.
yeah, do you know what? Like, it did look that way because honestly, bro, like watching that game was so mentally draining.
I mean, the only thing I can say to you is realistically in that game, even with Saliba going off, you should have realistically just took a midfielder off or something, slapped on a centre back, and played the same game you were going to play from the 90. That's
what I said, man. And then we subbed on Kiwior, yeah.
I think your man there, I think he's a lot like a Joe Gomez for Liverpool. You bring him on 60th minute. He's not a starter. He might not even be a substitute, depending on how well the team's playing. It just depends on what the team's doing. I think that's going to be a big point, is just how well is Arsenal playing to if he gets subbed on. It's the same with Joe Gomez all the time. He gets subbed on if Liverpool are looking shaky or someone needs some time or they need to get saved for a game or, anything like that. But otherwise, Joe Gomez wouldn't really come on.
Exactly.
Exact same role.
Because the fact that Kiwior came on as a sub and then got substituted off himself here in that Bournemouth game, he's the reason we conceded that penalty. He gave a shaky back pass to Raya, and Raya had to make foul whoever the player was and give a penalty away. So yeah, man. Obviously, hopefully Arsenal next week, manage to adapt without Saliba, and
most definitely. Most definitely. Do you know what I mean? I hope you polish up over the next few games, and obviously that means Saliba's out against us, doesn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, I heard apparently his ban is only a 1-game ban because it wasn't violent conduct. I thought it was 3 games because it's straight red, but I heard it apparently it's 1 game only because it wasn't violent conduct. So
if it's a 1-level red card, then yeah, it'll be a 1 game, but that means he'll still be out against us, which is still a bit.
Of course, it's still bad. But I think after you lot, I know we got Chelsea coming up. We got, I think, Newcastle as well, if not wrong.
Yes, we've got a few decent games, so we will be in.
So obviously with Liverpool, we just got to pray in it. Right?
Liverpool is just going to be one of them. It'll be either Arteta's going to do what he's done against City and, might sit back a little bit and chill out on the ball a little bit. Or it'll be...
Yeah, do you know what?
It'll either be that or it'll be what Chelsea tried to do, which is just outscore. Chelsea didn't really try to defend in their game unless we put it on them.
Yeah.
We just tried to outscore each other, which is what I said before the game kicked off. I said, with Chelsea, their defence isn't great. They're going to think that we've got a bad goalkeeper in goal. So what's going to happen is they're going to keep coming up dead high and trying to get a goal, and we're going to keep going dead high and try and get a goal. So we're going to just be who scores the most in the match.
Yeah, I agree. Because even with, I think, look, with our defensive cover as well, yeah, even without Saliba, of course he's a big miss. But, when you look at our defensive cover, we have players there, especially players that are versatile.
Because obviously, he'll probably do a shift at like the left back or whatever, and then you'll probably just need to shift a little bit about for a bit of versatility because obviously Ben White being able to play the centre back, and you've got obviously Gabriel who's good centre back anyway, Calfiori either side, and then what other left back, right back you've got, just whack them in there. So
even with that, I think the issue as well, you see that midfield, is a good midfield, but against Bournemouth we were way too defensive. We had Marino, Rice, and Partey. None of them are fully attacking minded, like Odegaard, for example. So I think that's the other issue. But now the issue is, do we play? I think it's a risk to start Waneri, man. I would want him to get a lot of minutes versus Liverpool, but I think a 17-year-old starting in a very big game against Liverpool, especially with we got extra pressure now, innit? Because we've lost. I think it's a risk, but I definitely want to see him come on. If anything, I think that maybe play Trossard in that Odegaard position, and then obviously play Martinelli on the left and bring in Waneri. Because if we have the same lineup that we had against Bournemouth, there's no chance of winning that game. We were too defensive minded. To play 3 defensive midfielders against Bournemouth in itself is it's quite criminal, to be honest. There's no way. Hopefully Arteta learns from his mistake, because you can't afford to make those mistakes against Liverpool, man. You get me?
Most definitely. But I'm going to have to throw it out because there's people wanting to come in and you have been here for quite some while. So I'll throw it out. But jump back up soon, lads, because we'll probably be getting people back in again. So
yeah, no problem, bro. Good to.
Good talking to you, lads. See you soon. See you soon.
Love, bro.
And unfortunately, guys, this is going to be the end of the video, but I'll let you know. Please come over to the TikTok. If you come over to the TikTok, I can bring you in on the lives. We can share our opinions. You might even get into one of these videos if we have a very, very good conversation like me and my mate Cash there on TikTok Live. He's a lad who comes in live quite a bit. And if you want to be a familiar face with me, my community, our community, then please come and show your face on the TikTok Live, because that's where I am most of the time. But anyway, ladies, gents, thank you for listening to the conversation that I've had. Thank you for being here. Please hit the like, subscribe, leave a comment. What else do you want to see me do? I can do anything. I can play some games. I can talk more football. I can talk about anything. I can talk about the music, about the games, about video games. I can talk about literally anything that you would want me to talk about. I'm very diverse in that subject. So anyway, guys, this is going to be me signing out. Ladies and gents, you've been amazing. I've been Chubby, and I'll see you all again soon. Peace.